side to the user. In fact, I'll just skip this and jump right to the video. So this was taken from the first person perspective, which is why it's a little bit, a lot of movement. But this is an entire, what we call a PI zone, an entire section of the aircraft, all of those wires. One job, one IP would be to route a couple of wires. It would just be like 2 to 3 hours worth of work. So these are the IPs that have been downloaded for this particular user. And so based on his QR code and what was available for him and unexpired. So he's going to select one. When he looks back up, it's going to take away all the other wires. It's going to filter the model, so it hides all those wires that are not part of that particular installation plan, and just show the wires that are part of the IP. We call this data kitting. It's not a new term or anything. It's really removing all the data that's not needed for that particular job, helping him focus on what is needed for that particular job. And this is the source of some of the time savings, we think. We've completed well over 1,000, probably closer to 1,500 installation plans now using this tool just on one of our production lines. And we're in the process of scaling that now. We're going to have not even sure exactly how many devices. I think somewhere approaching 100 devices on one of our production lines by the end of this year, and we'll be doing more and more of these jobs. There's about 2,000 jobs per aircraft, just for reference, on this particular program. And finally, I just wanted to show an example of the locator scene, which was one of the other front-end use cases. I mentioned we're using it in wing assembly. This is a commercial airplane wing. And it has this was our first use case for locator, by the way. It has an automated driller here that goes along and drills all these holes. That happens in phases, and between each phase, fasteners have to be reconfigured to hold the skin onto the structure. To help make sure all the fasteners are in the right place for that phase, we wanted an AR experience that would help them do a quick visual check where all the fasteners are and make sure they're in the right place. So that's where locator was kind of born. You can see here all these little yellow dots. They've been updated, as you saw, with colored icons now. These are where the fasteners should be for this particular phase, and they're roughly they're lining up. And here's an example of one fastener where it should not be. And so we actually use this tool to be able to detect that. The issue is if the fastener's where it shouldn't be, and the driller comes along and tries to drill it, you're in for another good day. So this is the video, what it looks like. This is the newer version I said that shows the icons. You would load data, perform your alignment, again using the same process, the same alignment tool. This data is uploaded on the services layer on the website, all the same process, downloaded through QR code, and then imported into the app. And then as you select here, different categories, the drill holes, the centrics is a fastener. It's going to assign them a color, dark blue, green, so you can see which one's which. And then you'll be able to walk around the wing and do a visual check of where things are. You can actually see, just quickly see it, you can see it flicker there. That was because I started walking. Oh, I'm not sure if it was me, but whoever started walking and it blanked for display. So quite actually a simple use case, but very effective. We've got a lot of folks who are using this for different things now, not just holes, just helping visualize data sets. Okay, I've gone a minute or two over. We may have